Hello, my name is Airborne Mark. I'm a London-based origami street artist, mad about painting paper. It's time for the annual review, the annual roundup of my favorite origami-inspired murals. Each of these murals as my personal favorite. I rounded them down to 5 of them based on the memories. But the effort, the size, the final result plays into my choice of these particular 5s as well, just to be completely frank. 2020 has been very difficult to all of us. I know that everybody is going through the same hardship, whether you are an artist or not. We are all in the same storm, however, we are in different boats. So I hope you can still relate to my art because I can relate to your hardships. Does it make sense? Anyhow, I'm not rehearsing this is off the cuff. Well, without much further ado, let's jump right into it. 5. The art of letting go. Well, this is how I kicked off 2020. I spent 4, 5 or 6 days even painting it. I don't remember. I think of all these murals, this one relates to my personal life the most. Well, I'm not going to go much into the message behind it, but I really poured my heart and soul into painting it because I was going through some real hard shit. Love is difficult sometimes. Number 4. Origami Spider was one of the canvases I painted in my backyard as part of Your Fault, My Strokes series that I came up with as we were locked down for the first time. It was in March when everybody was confused and all the work has been cancelled. So I devised this idea of painting models of my favorite origami artists. I think Spider spoke volumes about making the most of what little I had. I was painting with my last paint and I couldn't afford much materials because, as many people in the world, I was cut off from any source of income. Number 3. This mural was painted in Penge as part of a project that I'm going to talk about a little bit at the end. And the reason I chose this mural to be in this yearly roundup was it was the first time in this year, that I really felt like things are getting back to normal, although in hindsight, we know they were not going back to normal, but it was summer, it was back with my usual friends, with my circle of friends around painting that I could meet and enjoy lovely weather. What do you think of the lined papers? Do you feel that vibe in my origami work? Would you like to see some more? Number 2. The reason I chose this mural is because it was the epitome of summer in London, especially as a street artist. I painted it off the beaten track here in East London. It was actually around my birthday and summer solstice. So even though all the festivals were cancelled, I had a really amazing time there with my girlfriend, chilling by the canal and soaking up all those much needed summer vibes. It was just amazing. The piece didn't last for days, but the most important thing, I was out there and just feeling alive despite all the bookings for the international festivals were cancelled. 1. On the grapevine. This mural at the top of my list, I chose it as the number one, as the first one, because I think what I long for the most is collaborating with other artists. Aspire, a long-time friend here based in London, it's the third collaborations of ours we've done over the years, and we had such an amazing canvas organized by London Calling blog as part of an ongoing project in South West London, and it just meant a lot. I spent 9 days painting it. It was a full-on mural production. It was a challenge because it was the biggest hand I ever painted. Painting the lined paper bird was a great challenge, and I think that's this year my best piece of origami street art. Right, I also would love to shout out London Calling blog, who is a London-based curator who's been organizing amazing mural opportunities for lots of artists. London Calling blog has curated over 300 walls, and for me and for other artists, it's such a lifesaver, especially during the global pandemic. 3 murals out of this list, I think it speaks volumes. I didn't travel the world. I couldn't participate in glamorous international street art festivals, but it doesn't matter. Well, because, you know, having so much support from your local London-based curator, also a great friend, means a world. So thank you, Steve. Right, so my top 5 origami mural list for 2020 is done. Do you agree? What is your favorite origami mural I painted this year? Did I include it in the list? Let me know in the comments below. 2020 was challenging. Maybe I haven't painted the biggest amount of murals in a year. The productivity on a big scale was lesser than usual, but I think it allowed me to spend more time on preparation, and hopefully you can agree that my skills of painting paper and origami as well as folding have grown a lot. And lastly, some of my murals I immortalized in print, so do check my online shop and see if there's anything of interest to you. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and check out these videos when I show you my method of work as I fold origami models and turn them into full-fledged murals across the world. And as always, origami riots, folding all day, every day, and I'm out.